How's it going, everyone? You're live. So I did a live stream last night. I'm still in Tokyo, and if anyone's around, I don't know what time it is for everyone, but it's kind of midday here, so it's like a bit of sun and it's quite nice. So I wanted to continue, do more Q&A stuff because I really enjoyed it. I only did one for... Oh, Herson says hello. Hey. So yeah, I wanted to do more of the Q&A. Because I only did a half an hour stream, and if anyone's watched that because it's on the channel now, you can go back and watch that on my previous upload. So we're joined by pineapple juice. This is pineapple juice and banana smoothie, just for life. I'm going to check the comments with here. Sunny Production says hi. How's it going? And also this live stream is going to be about the fact that I've just finished the audiobook I was working on for ages. Thanks for doing all the great work. Oh, thanks, Daryl. That looks really good. I'm only 10, but I'm vegan. That's sweet. Yeah, so I went vegan when I was about 16, which is about 7 years ago. Hang on, let me check. I have phone number 2, so I can check. This is my Japan phone, which was the cheapest one they had. But if I just check the thing, then I can read the comments. You look like a meth head. You need some bacon. The horny black nigger. I look like a meth head. What does a meth head look like? And if I look like one, then that's cool, because, yeah, I don't know, do I look like a meth head? Maybe. I'm a bit sleepy, because I didn't get that much sleep last night, because I stayed up quite late, but I don't actually care about whatever these people say, but, my whole family is either vegan or vegetarian, so I never ate meat. Oh, wow. Yeah, so I was vegetarian from the age of 10, and then, my family kind of followed me a little bit afterwards, but yeah, vegan from 16 for me, which is 7 years ago now. So that's exciting. How's everyone doing? I hope whatever's going on in your life is just kind of full of positive stuff, you know, like whatever you're just like achieving or trying to go for. Because I think what I've realised in life is that there's a lot of like, there's just kind of a lot of different things that we can just do. And whatever you really put your energy into and all your time. Your videos make my day. Oh, thanks, Sunny Productions. I assume your name's Sunny, unless you said previously. But yeah, there's so many things that we can just put our energy into, and the more time we put into things, the better we become usually, if we have like a mindset of just kind of like overcoming the obstacles and learning and growing and figuring things out. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, how's everyone doing then? I'm not sure how many people are there. There's probably 7 people. It's a bit quiet. Oh yeah, so the audiobook, I just wanted to talk about that quickly. Basically, it's pretty much just me explaining a bit of my story, so like my background for anyone who's interested in that, but like in a kind of clearly organised way. I've kind of rambled about it previously in videos and podcasts, but I wanted to kind of have that clear. So it's about that, and also, what's the other thing? And then just kind of talking you through the steps of like what it means to be vegan, how you can become vegan, and why it's kind of, well, you always have your own names so people can't make fun of you. I think you look wonderful inside. Oh, that's thanks, Sonny. I think I'm wonderful too. I think what really matters is the compassion within our hearts, and your videos are very beautiful and inspiring. Everyone's been really kind. You know, it's really interesting because people's comments are a reflection of who they are as people. So I think, what's bacon going to do except cause heart disease? Everyone's fighting back. See, like, you see the people who are just kind of going through a positive stage of life, or like a positive, what's it called? Like, they're in a happy place, because if you love yourself, I think it's really easy just to kind of share positivity and kindness to others. And if you're in a space where something inside of you is negative, whatever that means, but kind of toxic and confused, or I guess you'd say just kind of full of insecurity and fear, then the kind of comments that you share with other people are going to be a reflection of the talk that you tell yourself. So it's interesting. I think, This is pineapple. I have a metal straw, a reusable straw for not wasting plastic. And I made this out of bananas and pineapple. Everybody in school thinks I'm crazy because I don't eat pizza. Yeah, I think school is full of just like everyone does the same thing and what they're doing is very boring. So, yeah, what you should probably do is maybe just make everyone a vegan pizza. I think when I was back in school a while ago, the thing that I did that was really cool was just sharing a lot of like cool food or even like photos of my food with friends. And then they were all of a sudden like, oh, your food actually looks quite nice, because I really put time into improving my skills as a chef. Because for anyone who doesn't know, my mum was actually a chef like a while ago. So she was a chef like when she came out of school originally, many years ago. So as I was growing up, I try to stay positive, because when I'm happy, I try to make other people happy. So it's in a good mood, even on a Monday. But hey, Mondays are just... Oh, wait, one sec. Yeah, vegan pizza is good. I used to make vegan pizzas with hemp seeds, actually, like hemp seed, the leftover stuff from making hemp milk, which was fun. Oh, there's 10 people. I'm just going to check the thing, so it should say on my subscriptions. Subscriptions? Don't miss a... Ah, here we go. Now I can see them. We've got Japanese adverts. Can you hear that? Damn ads, vegan activists, what are you doing? What time are you where you're at? It looks really sunny. Yeah, it's actually 4 o'clock, I think, now. Oh, no, wait, now I can hear myself. This is awkward. There we go, I'll turn that down. So, vegan pizza's good. Oh, yeah, I try to stay positive, because when I'm happy, make other people happy, so everyone is in a good mood, even on Monday. But hey, Monday is just an opportunity to have an amazing week. I really love the positivity going on in that comment. It's really beautiful. I feel like I just want to share a lot of happiness with everyone, because I've got lots of happiness, and I think everyone else should have happiness. And sometimes there's just like a lot of things in life that get you, hold you back from being able to just like enjoy that. And I think in the vegan world, it's really hard to stay positive, because especially if you do the activism and you face people who are very indifferent and don't care and don't want to listen. Well, Sunny is my name, so everywhere is... Wow, I like Sunny Productions, you're amazing. Sunny is my name, so wherever I go, it is sunny. That is really beautiful. What time is it where you are? It looks sunny. Yeah, it's no, actually 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock where I am. 3:15. Yeah. With the vegan thing, I think if you go to events, or even you kind of watch footage and things, and you see a lot of terrible things that are happening, or you research about things that are happening, I think it can really get you down, and you can get into a space where you feel like, because the animals are suffering, or because the environment's being destroyed, and because of all this horrible stuff that's happening, there's almost this sense that, like, until we fix that, we don't deserve to be happy, because especially if we've actually contributed to it. So if you've harmed animals in the past, let me get the sun's gone down, so I'm going to get more light. If you've harmed animals in the past, and then you suddenly wake up and realize, I think it can be really painful for you to just admit to yourself that you made that mistake, and let yourself be happy and free, and give yourself an opportunity to kind of move on from that, and realize that everyone makes mistakes, and we all just need to kind of do our best. Ooh, look at that beautiful sun. Ooh, yeah. So right now it's Happy New Year for everyone, by the way. It's sorry about the drinking pineapple juice too much, but that's there. So basically, so it's been a new year. Are people doing New Year's resolutions? Because for me, I've never done that, because I've always found it to be something that, if I have to wait for the new year to do something, I probably won't do it. Whereas if there's something I need to do, or I want to apply into my life, it's best I do it right now, or today, because otherwise it's never going to happen, I think. But yeah, New Year's resolutions can be fun. I think Veganuary is the best twist on New Year's resolutions that actually makes it meaningful, because they provide lots of useful practical information and make it very attainable, and they make it into almost like a game. I never do because I set a goal every day. Sunny Productions, you're like really on it with life. I'm really, I'm happy you joined the stream. I never do because I set a goal every day. The Sunny Productions, do you make videos, Sunny Productions? I want to watch some of those videos. If not, make some, because I'd like to experience more of that happiness. Goal setting, yeah. But my sister is trying vegan for the new year. Oh yeah, has anyone got any friends who've either tried veganuary or are now kind of doing veganuary and kind of figuring it out? Because I've known loads of people in the last like year or so who have said veganuary was the thing that got me into being vegan. Let me read another comment. I tried to tell my mum and brother about being vegan, but they still eat animals because they say it tastes good. And let me switch to the. I tried to tell my mum and brother about being vegan, but they still eat animals because they say it tastes good, and going vegan won't change anything. What do you think I should do? So yeah, this is difficult. Let me just. So the obstacle is, so the people is the mum and the brother. You want to explain to them, but they still eat animals because. Oh, you do videos, okay. But they steal animals because they say it tastes good. So the taste thing, and then going vegan won't change anything. What should I do? So, I think the best thing to overcome that isn't to like say it does taste good. You need to believe me. It's actually just to show them. Showing rather than telling is probably the best thing in this situation. Ooh, sorry everyone. I've propped this in a very unstable place, but yeah, so I think what you should do is, I mean, parents and family members aren't the best people to put all of your energy into trying to educate, I think, because there's a certain connection thing that prevents them from actually wanting to listen to you, whereas, like, strangers are probably more, or just, like, random friends you can get through to more. I think with your family, you should take a slow approach of just, like, having lots of really nice food available, and then, what's the other thing? Yeah, having lots of really nice food available, and just kind of keep inspiring them with like, yeah, plant-based news. If anyone likes plant-based news, they do plant-based news. There's lots of really inspiring stories in on their website and the videos, and then they do the end of year thing where it's like vegan 2018, which is pretty good. And so those kinds of videos, showing people, it just gives people this hope of like, oh, this vegan movement is progressing. And I'm in Japan right now, in central Tokyo, and the vegan movement is growing. There's actually tonight, oh, my pet world. Oh yeah, I replied to your question, yeah. There's actually a vegan music gig live performance thing that I'm not going to because it's a bit far and I didn't really need to, but so that's going on today. And you really do deserve more subscribers. I don't really care about subscribers. For me, I see it like subscribers are a bit like friends. Although actually, obviously, it's good to have subscribers because of all the reasons for subscribers. But I've been a bit slow with videos though, so I think it makes sense. But yeah, like, if you think about it with friends, social media has given us this weird bubble in our head where we think that because it's like this sense of like the more friends the better, and like with friends list, because I don't use Facebook anymore. I use it for my vegan activist page, but I don't actually use it personally, and I don't really see it as a very positive thing for probably most people's lives. It's good for vegan activism, I'd say, but I would love to be your friend. To be honest, you seem like a wonderful person to hang around. Oh, I'd love to be your friend too. That's making friends on live streams. Yeah. Yeah, let's just share like this moment just to kind of like really just yeah, it's just beautiful to be connecting. What am I saying? Yeah, with Facebook, it's like this idea of more friends the better, but I think that really like confuses our brains. Whereas instead of having like valuable connections with others, we end up having very surface level, empty connections with loads of people, and we end up being a bad friend to many rather than a good friend to a few. And for me, the big part of my life recently has been to actually let go of all of them. You know, just kind of like distance from that. I only really spend time with whoever I'm actually around, or like the handful of kind of close friends I have, and actually just kind of give myself the space to have my own thoughts and not be too influenced by people. And I've really gone off track with this, but yeah, subscribers, it's like giving me the chance to have very quality conversations and like very meaningful kind of interactions, where I can really just put all my love and energy into whoever I'm interacting with. And yeah, I think with subscribers it's the same. I think the more you have, it just becomes like full of people who just want to say bacon. There was a person that said that earlier, which was cute. Whoever you are, I love you, and I hope you have a beautiful life, because I'm in a happy place, so you can't really get me down by saying, what was it? You're a meth addict. That's a cute one, because, yeah, I guess that's just like a fairly low blow of like, meth addict. You just got me with the meth addict insult, but yeah, so I think it's really fun to just to not actually focus on having loads of subscribers, and actually just think that like when you start out a new YouTube channel and you have like a few handful, like 20 or 30 subscribers, and it's just as before, I think you look wonderful. Oh, Sunny Productions, you're just flattering me, but it's nice. So yeah, yeah, I mean that's a good point. It's not really relevant, is it? Because yeah, I think it's one of those things. Oh, I would ramble. It's 11 in the night where I am, but I'm awake to watch your live stream. Oh, you're keeping awake. Don't miss too much sleep for my rambles. This will be up on the channel, so you can watch it later. But probably, yeah, it will be. So yeah, I think with subscribers, it's nice. I have like quite a friendly comment section of people normally who watch the videos, and everyone seems to be very happy and just kind of like motivated to change the world in a positive way. Because I'm not really a massive fan. I'm not going to turn this into like gossipy criticizing everyone else, but I'm not really a massive fan of like too much kind of like approaching strangers on the street to kind of like mock them for their stupidity. I'm not like criticizing any particular YouTubers for this, but there's like a lot of those kinds of vegan videos that are made, and I think where am I going with this? It's kind of a sense of wait, what am I saying? What the person hang around with besides look so yeah, those kinds of videos are just full of a lot of trolly people who are like, ah, you're so horrible, and veganism is cancer, and it's a bit silly, but yeah, it's fun. But so I'm actually I've actually just planned a video this morning, this afternoon. I'm gonna make a how to live. I don't know how I'll name it, but how to live in Japan / Tokyo. Tokyo is like the most expensive area, really, so it's kind of like the best to do it here. How to do that? Sorry, I've got an itchy eye. How to live in Tokyo for... I was going to do it like £1 a day, but then I thought it's going to be so plain, because I could do that in theory, but like I'm probably not actually going to eat the food I'm suggesting for like a week. I'm just going to be like, this is what you could do hypothetically, because the reality is more vegetables are good, and more kind of... Things like berries can be a bit expensive, but I think it's probably worth it. So yeah, I think what I'd suggest everyone does is watch that video when it's out. But I'm missing comments. But yeah, so the video is going to be how to live in Japan for £2 a day on food, because it's basically going to involve lots of very cheap tofu and some cheap noodles, like soba noodles, the buckwheat ones, which are quite good. And then stuff like bananas and just like pineapple juice, you know, this is what I do. My sister says your videos have a calm vibe. Yeah, I like to bring the calmness to the world, because everyone's stressed and just worried about everything. And if we actually just kind of like sit back and realize that like we're just like so lucky to just be alive and to have life kind of washing through us and all these opportunities and experiences, and I just want to share that, and life's so beautiful. Why are we taking the lives of beautiful animals away? We should just kind of let them enjoy it like we can enjoy ours. It's more that people kind of cause harm to animals because they're they're not enjoying life because of all these pressures we have in society. There's a lot of I guess you call it like pressure to earn money, pressure to like survive, pressure for status, to be like successful or seen as like I guess like a valuable part of society. All of these kind of silly illusions that we kind of get trapped into, and some of them are really valid. You can't really escape them very easily. I'm going to read more comments, but all of those things, I think they just kind of trap people from being who they really are, and who we really are is just these like amazing, beautiful beings. Hello, good child. Sunny's Outlook. Warm greetings from Rhode Island, US. Just want to say hi and show my respect and love to you. You're an angelic inspiration. Everyone's been really amazing. This has really brightened my day, even though it's actually a bright day anyway. My family don't take naps because we are all very productive, and Mum always says no need to complain about the little things. If there's a way around, might as well finish it while it's small. This is like, you've got a good life and family and outlook on everything. Sunny Productions, I'm going to watch your videos after this. My sister says your videos have a calm vibe. Yeah, calm. I've always tried to do the kind of like slightly over dramatic, like sort of documentary voiceover thing. My mum says you look weird. I mean, I probably do look weird, but like, what's normal? Like, I don't really care. It's fun. I don't know. I'm not insecure anymore. I think like that's like a thing that happens, and when you're young in the world, and then you just kind of free yourself, and that's what happened with me. And now I don't care. I'm really beautiful anyway. So I was like, I've got this kind of weird arrogance that's quite fun. I went to another things experience tonight. Ah, Chelsea. What? Based on your last name, where are you? Maybe somewhere in Europe, I guess. But that's great. Those other things experiences can be quite nice if you actually like have a good bunch of people around. Sometimes it just gets full of like drunk people at night, but sometimes it's just full of like really open-minded people who are just like kind of already open to veganism, and they just want someone to say, go for it. Everybody's beautiful, yeah. If you can find the beauty in the most kind of like evil people, you can actually help them be happier and cause less harm. But I'm half Japanese. Oh, you're from California and you're half Japanese. That's really cool. I like that. That's cool. I'm in Japan. Yeah, that's... Let me just get back on these comments. My family don't take naps. My mom says you look weird. Well, hey, Mom. I don't know, like, what? It's funny. I went to my first ever experience. Everyone's beautiful. Haha, I'm from California, but I'm half Japanese. Can you speak Japanese? That would be cool. If you want to type some Japanese, that'll make me happy. I'm actually doing most of my life now in Japanese, which is quite fun. While I'm here, because I've kind of realised that initially I thought I could get good with like learning another language through just kind of passively having fun. And then now I've kind of realised I have to just like commit to a sense of like mastery. A very small amount, I understand more than I speak. Yeah, that's where I'm at really. I can't speak that very, like, I'm not very eloquent with saying anything really. But since being here and then travelling last year, I've actually got to that point where when people say a bunch of stuff, it just kind of goes in me, which is nice. I made friends with my bully. He's pretty nice and sweet when you get to know... Wait, this is going to be another amazing... Hang on. Has anyone eaten any or drank any really beautiful foods? Because today I had more smoothie in the morning, and had some porridge as well. Porridge is quite hard to get in Japan, but I bought some oats in a special shop that has more kind of foreign Western foods. So I had like a porridgey smoothie. It was just like an oat smoothie with bananas and dates as well. Actually, I found dates. The dates are hard to find, but also oh, someone subscribed to your... Yeah. What's the other thing? Yeah, dates, and then for lunch... Oh, lunch I just had soba noodles, which is like buckwheat noodles, which are pretty good. They're really cheap. Oh. Watashi no namae wa... Wow. had some strawberries and kiwi. It was really good. It was really good, yeah. Strawberries and kiwi. I haven't had strawberries in so long because they're a bit expensive in general, so I've kind of avoided them. They're quite expensive in Japan as well, but they're really yummy. Very small amount. I made friends with a bully. Wait, yeah, I want to read this. He was very sweet when you get to know him, and he had some trouble at home, but he is happier, which makes me happy to know he's safe. I mean, so many people have just got a lot of... You spelled it wrong. Oh, yeah, because I couldn't read that. That's the one for, like, shiru, like, and then... Ah, yeah. Chelsea. That's cool. Waitsumi. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure life out. Had some strawberries. Yeah, strawberries. I can only speak some French. Oh yeah, French. Does anyone have any interesting language skills? Because for me, I'm really interested in languages at the moment. I see it as like from a vegan point of view, especially like just really beneficial to the movement to have like people who translate things and do subtitles and things, as well as just people sharing the message around the world wherever you are, like whether in Russia or Japan or China. Or I have a friend actually who I want to give her a shout out actually. So her name is Angel, and she has a YouTube channel called Angels and Satan. Angels and Satan, as in like angels and Satan. But Satan, the food, the vegan food. Satan's quite nice. And so she's from Hong Kong, so she's Chinese, but she lives in London. I think she still does, yeah. And so she emailed me ages ago to just kind of like ask for a bit of vague advice, and then I responded and I was like, let's be friends, because I was around. I grew up a little in Italy. Oh yeah, I'm actually slightly Italian. My like great grandma was Italian, I think, or maybe great. Oh, but yeah, so I got a bit of Italian, but what am I saying? Yeah, so Angel, her channel's called Angels and Satan. So most people here won't take any value from it, but you should subscribe and support her anyway, because she subtitles them in English. But, Hotte-san ist incroyable. Wakannai. Oh, it's really beautiful. We've got like people with... Oh, wow, yeah. I guess that means something. I said your channel is amazing in French. That makes sense. Yeah, I guess because the chain would be channel. That S is like is, and then incredible is clearly like incroyable. That's really cool. Yeah, I'd like to learn French at some point, but I think it's very far away from the... For me, so I want to do a lot of like outreachy work and film projects in Asia for now. I'm not really sure why Asia is interesting to me, but I think it's just because there's like such a different cultural world compared to like Europe, where I'm from. And I see it as like there's a lot of things I can share that can probably be quite beneficial to people. And also that in Asia they have like a nice sense of respect and admiration. This is a good question. Respect and admiration for foreign countries. I mean, Japanese is becoming more English sounding as they kind of borrow the words from here, so everything's like pen this. All the kind of words they kind of make. Yeah, I want to visit Asia. Yeah, so I've been to China briefly, but Korea and Japan has been my... I want to do more things in Korea eventually, but I gave up on... I didn't give up on, but I put a hold on learning Korean while I'm improving Japan and Japanese and living in Japan. I say living in Japan, but I don't know how long I'll be here. So yeah, that's the thing. Your hardest part about moving remains the most powerful videos I've ever seen. I saw it 2 years ago. Oh yeah, that video. That was... I want to do like another one of those, but it's almost too hard to top because I never realised it would be that popular when I made it. I just kind of casually made it. just thinking like, oh, this would be nice, and it went so viral. Everyone loved it, and it really inspired a generation of people to kind of realize that they're not crazy and that they should just keep going with their activism. And yeah, let me just have a look at this. I see your channel is amazing. Oh, this is the produce, fairly priced in Japan. So produce. So in terms of I'd say in general fruits and vegetables like vary quite dramatically. Like some things that you get in England quite cheap. For example, I guess even things like potatoes and sweet potatoes can be a bit more priced. Some things are really overpriced depending on where you go. I've figured out where all the cheap shops are though, because there's kind of like a big divide of some supermarkets will sell something at like 300 yen, and then another thing will sell it for 100. And you can also get discount sections. There's discount areas where the kind of out of date or needing to kind of be cleared food is like half price or something. So I get a lot of that, which you can do everywhere. I think is something I've done in England. But bulk food is hard to find in Japan. I agree with that. It's difficult. Everything's very small and plastic packaged. The plastic thing I'm sucking at. Yeah, but looks at pile of plastic wrapping. Japanese sweet potatoes, they're really, really, really good. Everyone, yeah, you need to try those. So yeah, but then the kind of local Japanesey kind of ingredients. So things like Japanese radish. The radish, I don't think we have it in England, but there's a thing that's called daikon, which is really cheap and really yummy. There's this thing called tomyo. Tomyo is like, yeah, daikon. Tomyo is a bit like Japanese cress. And then there's mitsuba, which is just like a Japanese parsley. So those things are really cheap because they're just like local good things. So that's harder for me because I don't really know what these are or what they taste like. So I generally want to buy the things I know from England that are cheap, but then they're more expensive here. But I think in general, if you balance it out and actually make reasonable things with kind of what is available, there's a good amount of fairly cheap produce, and things like potatoes and sweet potatoes are everywhere. Daikon tastes good as soup. Yeah, what did I have it in? So we made, oh, you sprout it. Yeah, I made, so there's a Japanese New Year's traditional thing called osechi, which means, it's kind of like the traditional Japanese kind of sets which have special meanings and they bring good luck for the new year. So I helped make a big load of that, and they're normally made with loads of fish, but we did a vegan version, which is really special. And I actually did a video about that. There might be a video about this coming sometime soon. I need to figure out editing it, but so be excited for that. But and there's also a thing called ozoni, which you use. If anyone's ever had mochi, mochi is like rice, pounded rice cake, but you can have it sweet or savory. So mochi, if you have it with like a soy saucy kind of salty soup with some vegetables, it's really yummy. Ozoni, I think ozoni. I'm just waving my hands around on this so I can see myself. It's quite funny. It's a little bit off-putting. I cried so much. Bulk food is so hard to find in Japan. Yeah. Oh, I found a really, really cheap shop. Has anyone ever been to Gyomu Super? Gyomu Super is it's got everything cheap. Like you can buy shiitake mushrooms. You can buy like a big pack, like a massive pack, for like about in Japanese money it's 250 yen, which is about a pound-ish, £1 in English money, which is like $2 or something. And you get so much, it'll last you ages. And they're normally, yeah. Oh, you grow them. That's good. Oh, you've done the mycology game. I'm aware of that. Yeah, I grew some mushrooms once. That happened. I was always vegan, but my parents never told me about the terrible things that they were doing to animals. When I watched the video, I was heartbroken, but I showed it to my friends 1 year ago. It's amazing. Itchy Blastoise. Oh, Blastoise. You like Pokemon, maybe? I like Pokemon. Pokemon's great. Pokemon. I went into a card game shop last year, and I bought Pokemon cards as a souvenir for my family. That was fun. Just like walking in with my vegan t-shirt, just being like, hey everyone. No, it's more like, konnichiwa. Or was it like, 扉の中のポケモンカードを買いたいんですけど. And they're just like, oh, this way. I want to buy some Pokemon cards, please. I've always been vegan. My parents have told me, yeah. Daikon tastes good in soup. Now they're vegan. Ah, yeah. Sunny Productions. So you've been effective because you're positive, and you've got a positive family who are open-minded. I think. Good luck. Good luck, soup. I made it too. Oh yeah, I was only you made it. That's really good. Hello, Itchy Blastoise. Spawn log, and you're golden. Yeah. Do you think meat eaters are bad? I want to hear your opinion. Do I think meat eaters are bad? Nah, they're not bad. They're just silly. My opinion is that people aren't really bad. It's usually just like confused and a little bit crazy. But if you say crazy, people get offended. So I like to use very frivolous words that don't mean too much to people and people can't get offended by. So people who eat meat, there's lots of different kinds of people who eat meat. This is yummy. So there's the people who eat meat like I was, because I was eating meat for about 10 years of my life. And I just did it because my parents told me I should do it, the adverts told me I should do it, the teacher said I should do it, they gave me milk at school, milk and meat and everything in the school canteen. You know, when I went to parties, I was eating cake, I was eating bacon or whatever they feed me. It was what was given to me, and I just consumed it because that was what I thought was... yeah, like they've been tricked into thinking what they're doing is right. You just think it's normal, and it becomes habit. And then most of the time, if we've ever sort of started to question, like, oh, isn't this kind of slightly weird that we eat animals? Usually, people say, no, don't think about that. It's fine and it's humane, and those animals want to be killed and all that kind of stuff. So I think like young children who are very free and beautiful and have like a lot of compassion, they have their compassion robbed from them. And they're told a lot of lies and kind of very gentle brainwashing, which kind of takes away our beautiful compassion and stuff. So I'm watching like the lag of me doing this, which is really funny on here. But I used to eat bugs, yeah. So I think there's those people who are just misguided. And then I think the next people are the people who like who kind of know that eating meat is a bit weird because they've started to think about it, but they're too scared to change. So it's those people who, and these people aren't bad either, they're just kind of very scared, and we're all very scared. I made many videos where I say, people are scared, and it's true. There's this fear in us, and it cripples us from making rational, mindful decisions. So I think those kinds of people, very well spoken, yeah, those kinds of people just either have a perfectionist mindset where they think that they have to be perfect in order to actually try something. So it's like veganism is very overwhelming and you need to know a lot of things and you're going to make a lot of mistakes. People are very scared of the initial making mistakes. Oh, that's a really good question from Red Ziriza. Yeah. So those people, it's just a case of like, they don't feel backed up enough to actually be able to just go for it and become vegan, or they haven't got enough information to realize it's important, and they haven't got the time and energy spare, because we're all usually most people are very busy and overstimulated with a combination of work, school, friends and family, and then social media and the internet that kind of just takes our energy. So we don't have much spare energy and time to actually just think about things and take meditational space. I'm not saying we necessarily have to kind of sit cross-legged and do that, but it's kind of just having those too many minds. Is that what I said? I don't know. Too many minds. My English isn't that good anymore, I'm sorry. But that's what happens when you're in Japan. Yeah, so those people are just a case of... they just need a lot of kind of like reassurance. So they're not horrible. And then... the next people, I think, there's the people who know it's bad, and they're just so scared of the idea that they're wrong, and they're people with very fragile egos usually. And then that's not to say these people are bad, because we've all got these ego part of us, like this ego part of us that wants to have control and a sense of kind of order and everything, and that's very good for survival reasons. What did I miss? Perpetually annoyed. We're all perpetually happy. I've basically been talking about how there's I made an audiobook, and I was just saying, hey everyone, audiobook, because why not? And then the other thing is I'm in Japan still, and I wanted to just answer some questions. And then we've kind of been chatting about how to just kind of have a lot of compassion for people who aren't vegan yet, because they're just like us, really, for most vegans, and they just don't realise that it's really fun and amazing and full of a lot of beautiful new pockets of information and happiness and stuff and adventures. So these people who are like angry, they want to be in control, and the idea of veganism makes them lose control, so they throw fire at it, and they're just scared. So we should give those people a hug. Give them a hug and say everything's okay, and then when we do that, then they're probably still going to be angry, but it'll soften it, I think. So they're not horrible. They just need some love and people to listen to them, because everyone's got their own. We're all going through so much nonsense, like just like all this awfulness of everything. It's like society just wants to make us feel bad about ourselves constantly. And we're thrown all of this horrible stuff. I think people just need loads and loads of happiness, and then they're going to be vegan anyway, because they'll realise through their own happiness that they want others to be happy too. That's the way I see veganism. It's like just this big ball of let's all just be nice to each other. Ever since I became vegan, I mean, me too. It's like everything's great. I'm really happy. I used to be a bit. Everyone thinks I'm really depressed because my videos are like, "Hello everyone, veganism is important, and we need to think about the animals." But really, I'm just doing that to kind of make everyone feel tingles. I've basically just been doing ASMR YouTube videos with like good editing, and no one realised. Hello, it's compassion you need to have. Oh wait, there's been loads of good things. So Ichiblastoise, Agoroshitake, meat eaters. Do you think meat is bad? Nope. I live on a fruit farm, but where I am it's winter, and we have grape bushes, apple pears. Wait, Sunny Productions, your life is great. Can I just come hang out with you? You live on a fruit farm and you're just full of life. Let's be friends. I'm saying this like sort of as a joke, but actually if you said yeah. Some people don't have enough food. So every Monday during the end of summer, I have fruit for some of the homeless people. Wow, that's really beautiful. I think everyone should just take a moment just to appreciate how amazing Sunny Productions is. Sunny is like a shining example of what like humanity can be if it's just like allows itself to be what it could be. If that makes sense. Like you said, they've been tricked into thinking they're doing it right. Sunny Productions, what? Lucky, yeah. Grape bushes and pear trees. I once went to a thing in Portugal, like a permaculture place, and there was just grape, vegan-y, vegetarian permaculture thing. And everyone was just eating grapes, which was really nice, and picking them wild. That was fun. Winter here too, still some sunny. Yeah, it's winter here as well, but it's a bit sunny in Japan, which is nice. Well spoken. I used to eat bugs when I was a kid, because I used to eat other animals, yeah. I'd love to be friends with you. If you're at my house, I would love to go on a hike. Wow, you're inviting me to a hike. That's fun. Yeah, if you're at my house, I would love to climb trees with you during the end of fall. Ah! Sounds like you've got a really adventurous life. I think my life at the moment lacks that kind of, because I guess because of the things I plan on doing now. We'll say like in Japan, I'm not really around the countryside, and it's busy Tokyo, and I actually miss the beautiful connection of just like climbing up trees, and because I think a lot of my life does have a lot of adventure and fun, but it's just like and very peaceful and very creative and all that kind of stuff. But there's a sense of how would I say it? Not enough nature and outdoors, but then I guess it's still the winter, so it's like going to happen more. let me just, I've got a thing. Foraging is great, yeah. Foraging, but keep safe if you forage, because I guess there's things, if you eat mushrooms and you get poisoned, that's not good, or berries. There's a little boy in the Earthing Experience. If you're at my house, Sony Productions is just being really lovely. There's a little boy at the Earthlings Experience, and he was yelling, "That's torture, that's torture," and his mum was pulling him away. Wow, yeah. What was your reaction? Or how did you feel? Oh wow, Sony Productions. Just give me a sec. How did you feel when you first discovered veganism and made the connection? Did you go through different stages of emotions? So this could take me like 5 hours to explain, because it's like a million... that's torture. Okay, so how was your reaction? How did you feel when you first discovered veganism? So for me, the veganism thing was like a slow... several years ago, I was a vegetarian for a while, but not out of ethics or compassion for animals. There was actually a time when once someone asked me at school, like, "Why are you vegetarian, you crazy vegetarian, eating your vegetarian food?" And I was like, "Oh, it's not like because I like care about animals. It's just because it tastes a bit gross to me, you know. I just don't want to eat like animals because it's weird." And I said that, and I was like, I feel bad for saying that because it's quite horrible, but really, that was where my head was at. And then I was doing food technology, like food tech at school, where it's like cookery, and I was cooking. And then I kind of learned about veganism from that, and then it was just a case of like figuring it out and researching. But then it didn't click until I watched Gary Yourofsky's speech, the famous speech where he goes, it's like, you've got a choice today. You can be indifferent, or you can just like make a decision to live the rest of your life beautifully with compassion and kindness. And I was like, that sounds like a better option, so I did. And yeah, how was your reaction? Did you feel when you first discovered veganism and made the connection? So first, I was just like full of... So initially, I was just full of like, yeah, let's do this. Let's change the world. Like I was like, yeah, we can do this. Then I made myself watch things like Earthlings and Slaughterhouse footage. I had like some sadness, but it was more just like motivation and like, yeah. Then I had lots of anger towards like people who wouldn't listen to me and people who couldn't change. So I was like, this makes so much sense. Come on, everyone, change. No one listened, and that, obviously everyone knows this feeling. Pineapple juice smoothie. It's just pineapple juice and bananas blended. Because pineapple juice on its own is a bit too juicy. Just gives it some texture. Hope it's not a noisy, annoying noise. I've got a little lavalier mic there. Hopefully it's good audio. Audio is important to me. I think it's quite fun. Yeah, so I was just shouting at people at school and getting angry and getting into arguments, and that didn't really go anywhere. So then what I decided to do was, we're getting on for 4 o'clock in Japan. So what I decided to do was kind of take a step back, think about things more rationally. And then it was kind of that point where I was like, well, the animals don't have time for us to get upset, emotional, angry, and silly. They want us to get focused, organised, and do something about it, actually just make something change, you know. And then I just got into the stage where I was like, well, I'm just going to become the best damn vegan promoter ever. So my story is actually that... that's a good question. My story is really that I was just like, I didn't know how to make videos, and now I do know how to make videos, and that's like one of my things I'm quite proud of. I didn't know how to make videos, and then I just taught myself how to. I just said, like, let's go. Didn't know how to do anything really. I could play piano back before I was vegan. My skill was very good piano-y skills, which I don't do that much anymore. Although it was fun. I was on the way to Tokyo. I stopped off in Rome for a few hours, and there's a bunch of pianos in the Rome airport. So I just sat and jammed for a couple hours, and it was way good. Everyone was loving it, and I usually just improvise. And there was vegan pizza in the Rome airport, so that was really cool. So I just sat and ate pizza and jammed on the piano. But just a wacky story for life. But so I knew lots of piano things, and then I just thought, let's learn some skills that help veganism. So I got filmmaking, and now I'm doing that with Japanese. Because being able to explain veganism in Japanese is quite fun. I'm not that good at that yet, though. But one day I'll be good, and I'll make a video being like, "Hey everyone, you should be vegan," and it'll be really moving to a Japanese audience. Everyone's saying some things. So yeah, and then I just went for like, let's go. And then there's been stages of anger and frustration and stuff. You are such a vegan cinnamon roll. Wait, who's a vegan cinnamon roll? Whoever they are, I want to eat them. That's a really good way of explaining that someone's cool. But yeah, as a little boy, the earthing experience, yeah, that's torture. I love to be out. My favourite time is walking. Oh, me! Thanks, Chelsea. What did I miss? Do you often get into conversations with people who eat meat often? Since being in Japan, everyone I talk to isn't vegan. That's why I left England and wanted to travel a bit, because more in England it was just full of vegan bubbles, and vegan bubbles are beautiful, but then for the sake of the animals it's nice to actually spend lots of time with people who aren't vegan and just be that shining example of like, life is beautiful and we can all just enjoy it together. And for me in Japan, I'm always the first vegan people have ever met, or the first time I've ever heard about veganism and all that. And for me that's like this big responsibility, and I'm ready for it. I'm just like, yeah, let's go. Obviously the Japanese thing is difficult, but that side of it is just like, I think we should spend lots of time with people who aren't vegan, not as like this weird agenda that like, haha, another person I can convert, but just like connect with people from all walks of life and just kind of realize that we're all the same. We've got obstacles and different things, and we can probably be a shining light to them in some way and help them. It might not necessarily be making them vegan straight away, but it might just be showing them that there's like a more mindful way of living in some way. So yeah, I'm always having those chats. My friend who turned vegan last year feels so light and feels wonderful and happy than before, and I feel very happy for her. Yeah. It's really nice when you see people that you were friends with. When you post a video, I'm prepared, I have some snacks in my bed. Yeah, it's good. Ever since becoming vegan, it's so energetic. My friends are vegan. Yeah, it's really nice when your friends become vegan and then you just get to see them being happy. TVA. Oh yeah, TVA. I'm called Michael. My name is Michael. I mean, you don't have to call me Michael, but I'm referred to as Michael on my passport. Oh, messy hair. It's fun. But although I have nicknames in Japan, they call me Maikeru, which is basically just Michael, but with a Japanese accent. Well, they don't always call me that, but I have many names. Veganism and plant-rich diet saved me. Yeah, that's beautiful. Ever since I became vegan, people deserve to be happy, bad or good. This is like, it's good that you can see that, because I feel like not enough people realise that. Just that really everyone deserves to be happy, and if we're happy, we don't harm others. Really, I think. Because I'm happy and I'm just full of everyone, just gets in my infinite love, which is fun. Maybe we probably take it the wrong way. I'm just like, you're amazing, and they're just like, oh, calm down. I'll be like, well, unconditional love is nice. It's more when you have that kind of love that's like very possessive that becomes a bit scary. When it's the kind of love where it's like, I'm gonna love you, so you have to do stuff for me, or you have, like that kind of like love with an expectation is actually a bit more scary. But it's nice to just love everyone in that kind of unconditional sense. Unconditional. I made a video actually about maybe I didn't. No, check out, different thing. I definitely prefer cubes to other forms of activism. Yeah, the cubes are quite logical, aren't they? They're quite calm and good. I've not done too many of those really. I prefer to. For me, I think I just like my own creativity as a form of veganism. I like, if you draw. I've got a little notebook. Nah, you don't want to see any of my drawings, but I just like doing cute drawings of animals now, which is nice. I'm really not very good at drawing, but I wanted to learn, so I've been putting a little bit of time into it for the last like half a year, just to kind of like learn new skills, and just doing drawings for people's cute. I think art and creativity is the most beautiful way of sharing veganism. Did you know Ariana Grande is vegan? Yeah, she's good. I've heard about. She's been vegan for ages, hasn't she? I don't really know that much about celebrity culture though, and I'm not interested by it. You're such a vegan cinnamon roll, so I'll keep that. That'll make me smile. So awesome you can travel around the world and spread the vegan message. Yeah, I feel really grateful for having these opportunities, and grateful for my own actions to be able to just kind of do what I believe in. I love to draw, but I believe you'll be amazing. Oh, I just same productions. I just love any living creatures, even bugs, because every living thing deserves to be loved. Ah, Sunny Productions. It's really nice. I'm calling you Sunny Productions. Sunny. TVA, how do you deal with all the anti-vegan trolls? For me, actually, recently, it's amazing. I just respond to them with really sassy Japanese. If anyone's ever looked at my comment section, and someone's like trolled me a bit, I just write something like something that's just like really sassy, and then like I've already beat them because they definitely don't understand it. If they do, then they probably will like me, or I'll like them. And if for them to have to actually copy and paste it into Google Translate and then be insulted when they read it, by just like something that's quite sassy and funny, I've already just like messed with their head and made them kind of like just kind of rethink their whole. And I'm not doing it in an aggressive way, but just if you can just do it in a cute way, it's fun. So I do that, but I also just don't really take any of it seriously because people are scared. People are going through lots of fear and lots of silliness. Just a cool fact about me. Oh wait, what's the cool fact about you? My name is Summer, if you wanted to know. Ah, summer means sunny, yeah. Ah, summer, yeah. And that's it. Throw the vegan sass around. Yeah, throw all that vegan sass around. The vegan sass is nice. If you, what's it called? If you just have like a not take yourself too seriously, not take others too seriously kind of attitude, it's just more fun. And no one gets too frustrated and offended. I don't like to escalate people with their with responding to people who ask silly trolly questions. For me, I just see it as like veganism makes sense. Let's do it. Did you know anyone is vegan? How did you? But I believe you'll be amazing, and I bet you already are. My name is Summer. Just a cool fact about me. Throwing the vegan sass around. That's an awesome name. Oh, thanks, and you're an amazing person. Everyone's just loving each other, and it's like I feel like I'm part of this beautiful bubble. We have a metal straw. How's everyone with I guess you'd call it zero waste? Trying to reduce their plastic. Any goals for this year? I have many goals for this year. It's great advice. What was my great advice? The sass or the... I don't know. It was always good advice. Just kind of like, I love life. It's so cool. Any goals for this year? So yeah, just to go on the goals. Ooh, sorry everyone. Just drinking for a straw. I mean, for me, I'm doing this for me, not necessarily for other people to learn anything. So this is just kind of for our mutual fun. Sometimes there's some fun you can get out of it. I'm trying to go no straws, yeah. I'm sucking with the plastic thing, but in England I'm normally really good. But, so in terms of goals for the year, so for me, my timeline is just kind of figuring out living in Japan, because that's what I want to do right now. I'm going to be making lots of videos about, oh yeah, the sass. Lots of videos just in general, based on just where my head's at right now, because it's different to when I first started videos, like a few years ago. So just kind of new things. I want to make kind of helpful vegan travel videos, which is good. And then also, I want to be kind of making, I'm going to make like a little mini vegan documentary about Japan, like a Japanesey thing. And then I'm going to make like a bigger one down the line, but there's kind of many plans, but the plans aren't that big yet. So that's kind of happening. And what's the other thing I want to do? Oh, one thing I'm actually going to try and do is, I'm going to do a vegan festival in Japan. That's happening. If anyone's ever coming to Japan, come to my vegan festival. I'm going to build it out of pens. You're such a positive example that influence vegans and vegans too angry. Everyone needs to be you. Yeah, everyone needs to be me. If you all became me, everything would be fine, and the world would be great. But yeah, there's lots of anger, and I'm not full of any anger anymore. I'm just full of lots of how would I say it? I guess yeah, I'm just full of I just see it's just like everyone can change, and they don't need to. You just got to let them do their thing. They're all on their own. Everyone's kind of going on their own sort of journey, and we can't be held responsible for everyone else's actions. I could never be you. You are too amazing. I couldn't compete. Sony Productions, I feel the same about you. Summer, sorry. It's just because it comes up as Sony Productions. So I don't need a bag. Hang on, I'm going to be reusable lunchboxes. Oh, everyone's thinking about it. It's good. I love life. Any goals for this year? So yeah, just lots of kind of videos and creations, and on a personal level, I want to improve my skills with drawing. You can call me whatever you want. I'll call you Summer. So yeah, drawing I want to improve. I want to improve my Japanese in general. I want to do a vegan festival in Japan, like organize that. I also want to I'm going to do some special things. It's hard to explain. Special things, vegan things. I'm just being vague. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I've got lots of ideas, but not enough. Then they can't happen yet. There's a few things that need to happen before them, but so yeah, just lots of fun things really. And I guess just improving my creative outlet, and just want to make more fun things. I just made an audiobook, and that's like the first time. I'm now an author, and I feel really cool about being an author. Because just why not? It's like I've always loved audiobooks and wanted to do that. And when I was younger, before I did YouTube, I actually worked sort of as like a voice actor briefly on the internet, and like recording audiobooks and things. So now I want to do my own thing, and I know how to do it, so it's fun. Reusable. I'm going to get reusable lunchboxes and go out for food. I'm putting there. Yeah, life is amazing. At least I think so. When I was little, I would always bring stray cats to my house during winter, and I would feed them and stuff. Oh, you're 5. Oh, Summer. San Diego. Oh. Natalie Randall says, I can't wait for the vegan documentary. That's going to be happening, yeah. Everyone get really excited about the vegan documentary, because we'll finish the pineapple juice now. That's a sign I should sort of end this maybe, but yeah, it's going to be full of the world. I've always wanted to kind of do something really crazy, and now I'm going to... I mean, to be honest, everything's been pretty fun, hasn't it? I can never be you. You're too amazing. You can come whatever you want. Oh, here looks like a good question. This is a good question. My dad calls me S. Oh, S. And I always named all my pets with just one letter. You can call me M. Hello, I'm M. My name is Michael, for anyone who doesn't know. Michael. So I'm called Yeah, no one cares. I'm called Michael Goodchild. Goodchild because I'm a good child. I'm not actually a child anymore. I grew up, but I didn't really grow up. It was all just a lie. They thought I grew up. You're such a positive. I'm just reading the compliments now. Thanks. You're just boosting my ego. I'm getting really arrogant now. I'm gonna make loads of arrogant videos. I'll be like, hey everyone, I'm the best thing in the world. Look at my big muscles. No, like that was not a dig at any of the vegan fitness people. That's like they're doing great stuff. That was just me being cute. This is Vegan Food Festival every week. It's so amazing. I haven't been because I have social anxiety, but veganism has come so far. Yeah. The vegan festivals are fun. They're just like, because I remember the first vegan festival I went to was Veg Fest London, and I went with my sister who had just become vegan. I'd been vegan for about a year and a bit. I just convinced her to become vegan. We went there together, and it was both our like birthday time, and it was just a cute day out. And we had like yummy food and spent too much and all of that. And The next question, TVA, the vegan activist. It's funny how I call myself the vegan activist, as if I am the only vegan activist. The reality is I'm just a vegan activist, but I was the first one to think of the YouTube channel name The Vegan Activist, so I'm therefore the vegan activist. Just thought I'd explain that to anyone who's had that thought. How do you deal with the reality of the suffering of animals? Oh yeah, that's heavy. Vegans are angry because of this. Yeah, I mean, people are right to be angry. I'm not like... It's really, M was my dog's name, and I will call you M because you're the cunt. Oh, this is really nice. TVA, how do you deal with the reality of the suffering of animals? I've seen Dominion, yeah, and how do you deal with it? It makes me so sad. It's a difficult question. Let me go to a place in myself where I can answer that sincerely. Let's just take a meditational space for about a few seconds or a minute. So I've looked at the faces of the animals in a lot of footage, and I've also been to slaughterhouse vigils, and I've been in slaughterhouses, I've been in farms. I've experienced the darkness and the evil of the animal products industry, and I've looked it in the face. And there's been a lot of times when I've been completely shattered and broken inside because of witnessing that. It's taken me into this very dark space where I've been forced to reevaluate my priorities and look at who I really am and what this world really is, and all of the corruption and lies and propaganda that dominates most of our lives. And when you realize how insane that is, it makes it really difficult to go through life. And I think the more conscious you become and the more mindful you become, the more you realize that the world is still very, very behind with treating ourselves and treating the world with respect and compassion and unconditional love. Everything's based on what we can take out of others, and it's based on very selfish ways of being. And that's really destroyed me and broken me inside in a lot of ways. But for me, I've realized that actually we have a choice on where we direct our energy in ourselves. So there's different parts of our mind. We can focus on, I guess, the positive things and the negative things. And rather than seeing a situation as bad and hopeless, we can see the opportunities out of those bad situations. Because I think if you have a mindset of everything is bad, it cripples you from making positive change. But the mindset of realizing that every moment is an opportunity for us to create something more beautiful and more positive, realizing that we have that opportunity, realizing that we have a chance to shine around us and give the world something that can recreate the world in a more beautiful way. Realizing that we can't be responsible for the suffering of all of the world because like we're a collective, I think, a collective species full of a lot of fear and blockages that prevent us from being able to live with love. So I think the best thing we can do in the kind of cliche sense is just to be that change within ourselves. And for me, I like to just realize that the animals wouldn't want me to suffer because they're suffering. I think because when people are angry, they have this kind of vindictive wanting others to suffer because they're suffering. But I think animals are probably more enlightened than us in a kind of different sense. There's a sense that I think they, still have compassion for our stupidity. The fact that we think we need to eat them to be happy and to be healthy, when really these animals that we're killing and exploiting are actually killing us through the destruction of the environment, through factory farming, and through the destruction of our bodies, through all the cholesterol and saturated fat and hormones and pesticides and pollutants and things, for example, in fish. these things are destroying us too. So what we're doing is through abusing animals, we're actually abusing ourselves and abusing our world. And it's such a broken system. And I think the animals just have a lot of compassion for us in a looser, deeper sense. And I think they don't want us to suffer. I think they want us to be happy too. And I think the best thing we can do to make the world more beautiful is to actually find a space within ourselves where we can enjoy our own lives. And kind of like the lives that those animals never got to live, we should try and live that kind of life of happiness, because like in their honor, in a sense, like in their honor, live a life of abundance and happiness whilst also being mindful and not harming others. And then another thing that kind of gets me beyond the pain and of all the suffering is realizing that the animals don't really have time for us to get upset and overly emotional about what's happening. They just need us to get focused and organized and do our best to change things. We can influence the world, and we see it with all these films and documentaries that have made so much of a difference. And veganuary now is really amazing. And all that difference that we can make, we should just channel our energy into that, into sharing just lots of positivity and education. And I think through that feeling of progress, of realizing that we can be a part of that change in every moment or every day, or, you know, with every meal as well, just with the simple veganism, not necessarily preaching to people, realizing we can be a part of helping, I think can just kind of give us that space where we realize that if we focus on the animal suffering, then we actually cause more suffering to ourselves. So it's, I think, sometimes relevant to let go of that. And then put our energy towards like just positive actions. There's been loads of messages, but I just did a little mini speech for everyone about how, yeah, life is amazing. Yeah, it is. You can call me whatever you want. How do you deal with reality? That was a good question. So, that's what. Oh yeah, loyal, kind, energetic, and so many amazing things. It's so difficult to make people want to be vegan. What do you do? What do I do? I just connect with people and listen to them. I think the key to helping people is listening. Having good listening skills and actually just connecting with people is... I don't want to use, like, throw out silly words, because words have lost meaning through silly people, but if rather than seeing us as like, oh, it's another person, it's just like we're just like another soul experiencing this weird human experience of life, and it's just like, oh, what are you doing with your life? And it's like, let's just both have fun with it. And if you can connect on that kind of plane of thinking, where you just see them as just like another soul, if you believe in that kind of thing, and then when you can kind of be on that level, then you can kind of just go beyond all the nonsense, and you don't get caught up in all their silliness. Everyone's got lots of silliness. I've got silliness. It's difficult to get over it, but we just got to kind of do our best. Do what you can with what you have, where you are. Any activism is amazing. Even if it's just social media. It took one video to make me vegan. It's true. That is, just make videos and people will like be inspired. Everyone check out someone's YouTube channel. Yeah, I should really go to sleep. Don't worry, I'm still here. Gee, I should really go. Don't worry, I'm still here. Maybe I'll end the live stream so that you can go to sleep, because I don't want you to lose sleep because of me. And I've been going for an hour and a half almost. If I were in a room with if you were in a room with me, I would give you the biggest friendship hug you'll ever get. I'm not sure if that's directed at me or at Herson, but if it's at me, thanks. I like good hugs. Herson, such a nice person. I'd love to be your friend. No, please continue. Yeah, Michael. Thank you. I don't have any friends except my pets. Please continue. Oh, okay. You're asking me to keep rambling. I'm a rambler. Nah, don't make him ramble. Animals don't have a voice to say anything. It's sad. But we have to look on the bright side. We don't have to eat them, so we spare 100 animals. 100 animals a year, yeah. At the vigils, the pigs are never aggressive. That just shows how kind they are. Yeah, and rescued animals could be tortured by humans for years, yet they forgive it. Oh yeah, so if you think about how crazy it is, like, animals have been like abused by us, but then they still learn how to love us, like in sanctuaries. we don't have that level of forgiveness. And like just what we're doing to like the animal kingdom in the sense. Like the fact that even dogs respect us. Obviously they don't necessarily think about what we're doing to cows, but I think there must be a sense that they know what's happening. But just that level of love is really, we can learn from animals. I think animals are more evolved than us in a different sense. They have more simplicity to their life. Yeah, the parents question. Do you have any tips on winning over my parents to the vegan side? I'm enjoying your voice, it's very calming. I hope it's calming. I'm a little bit energetic, I think, but sometimes it could be more. Sometimes I'm more calm, but I've been having juice and lots of tea as well, which is nice. But winning over parents, I tried telling them about how animals are treated, but they were raised to believe it's okay. They see veganism as a joke. With parents, yeah, I think you just have to be really patient. Assuming you're already vegan, which is obviously like you got to just do what you do. I love green tea, to be honest. I love green tea so much. You know, it was thanks to tea that I'm in Japan now. I had a friend, an old friend ages ago who inspired me with Japanese tea, and then I was just like, well, I gotta go to Japan someday, and then it happened. But yeah, with parents, you just gotta be really patient, send them lots of love. I'm just giving wishy-washy advice now that doesn't mean anything to anyone. Like, that's my cop-out answer. Give them lots of love, it'll be fine, don't worry. That's like, because I've battled with this. My mum's a vegan now. I don't talk to my dad. He's a slaughterhouse worker, so that's fun. But that's a long story that you can listen to. There's a preview on my podcast, SoundCloud Vegan Activist. It talks about my vegan story and all that stuff, and it's in the audiobook, which you can get. Give them How Not to Die. How Not to Die is amazing. I love How Not to Die. The audiobook for it as well, if you've got that. Yeah, I mean the parents thing, I don't really have an answer for that. I just cooked loads of great vegan food and just kept sharing things with my mum until she eventually realised I was right, but it was just like a really slow process, and she's been vegan for about 3 years now, so that's good. I enjoy your voice, it's very calming, I love green tea. I wonder why people make fun of other people by calling them pigs, even if pigs are so cute. The animal insults are silly. It's like people call women who are... how do you say that in English? Women who are like horrible. They're called cows. And then pigs is like fat, ugly people or whatever, but pigs are beautiful. Oh, I went to an animal sanctuary in England like in December, and it was really beautiful. I got to stroke 2 pigs. They were really yummy. I want to share on my Instagram. Someone go on my Instagram in the next couple days, because I'm going to upload a photo of pigs. Oh no, actually there's a footage of it. I used the clip. I'm not in it, but just beautiful cow. It was in one of my videos recently. It's great footage. Someone called me a cow, so the next day I wore a cow comes from school. Same Productions. Summer. You're incredible. OMG, my stepdad milked cow leathers. Ew. So, you know, my grandparents were pig farmers initially. That's the thing. We don't know that. They're not alive anymore. Hang on. Who's that? Mark. Are you in Tokyo? Tokyo ni imasu. Pasio. Mark Pasio. Mark-san. Are you in Tokyo as well? Yeah, I'm just here. I'm free right now. Let's hang out if you're there. Where are you? Damn, I thought I had it hard. Didn't know your dad is a storehouse worker. Yeah, he was really horrible to me. He bullied me when I was trying to become vegetarian like 10 years ago. No, maybe 13 years ago now. It's very silly. But he's a very horrible person, so we don't speak to him anymore. There's the thing about that. Why are you in Tokyo? I'm in Japan as well. I'm making a vegan documentary, Mark. I assume you're called Mark. Yeah, it would be Mark. Yeah, making a vegan documentary. At the moment, I'm just kind of figuring out what I'm doing. I've been doing house searching, but then we figured the house out, so we're good. But, I mean, I'm just in this little place right now, which is fun. But, yeah, I'm just here because I've been learning Japanese for a while, and I want to make lots of vegan content here and inspire people to care about Japan a bit more in the vegan sense, because everyone dismisses Japan a bit. Because are you going to make a part 3? Yeah, I should do a part 3. When should I do part 3? When's a good time for everyone? Because I think England people, which is where I was born, England people are asleep right now, so you all must be either early risers in England or like America, Australia, I want to meet you. Isn't Tokyo hard to be vegan in Japan? Nah, it's way easy. Mark, you don't have the... I'm going to make a video that's going to be... Hang on, let me just sit here. My video is going to be called How to Eat in Tokyo for £2 a day, and I'm going to show you how. It just involves cheap tofu and soba noodles and stuff like that, but it'll be quite cool. Oh, someone said, perpetually, love you all, good night. Yes, good night, perpetually annoyed. They have sushi roll for $1. Sushi roll? As in sushi roll? Maybe, I don't know what that is. I mean, I do, obviously, but yeah, I don't buy the conveniences stuff. I cook all my own food, so let me keep going. Yeah, Mark. I'm in Tokyo. Yeah, if you're in Tokyo, I'd really try not to hang out with too many people who aren't Japanese. This sounds really horrible, but you know, because what happens is you end up making friends with all the other English speakers, and I'm trying to make friends with people who are Japanese. That doesn't mean we can't be friends, but I'm not like into making loads of friends with other people, but I want to hang out with you anyway. So let's hang out maybe, because yeah, I want to hang out with more vegans. I want to meet you. Tokyo is hard to be vegan. I mean, it's a little bit hard, but I like the challenge of it. The restaurants are really yummy. I don't do that anymore with restaurants because I just want to be healthy. So I've just been eating pineapple juice all day and just tofu and natto. Mark, do you like natto? It's a restaurant. Oh, sushi-do. No, I've not been there. Itakoto nai. Oh, hopefully the audio is good. Sushi-do is a sushi restaurant. I speak Japanese, so here in Tokyo to learn Japanese. Oh, you speak Japanese, that's cool. I mean, I don't speak very good Japanese at all, so don't get too excited about that. But yeah, I think I've heard of it, but I'm not particularly interested in that kind of thing. Do they have vegan options? I hate natto. I wish I liked it because it's healthy, but yeah. It's grown on me, natto. I haven't got any more I ate than my last load, but it's so cheap and just full of everything. And I find that if I'm doing something like eating a lot of either white rice or like kind of white flour noodles, eating something like natto just makes me like very healthy that day, and it kind of balances out a little bit, and because it's so dense, and also quite filling, and it's good to eat before bed or in the morning. I love natto, it's healthy. Yeah, it is. It's just like a really good cheap thing. Hey, like Mark, do you know? Assuming you're vegan, like most of the natto has like the kind of katsuobushi, the fish thing in the sauce, like most of the sauces. But some of the shops sell it without the sauce, and the shops, because I'm in Musashi Koyama right now, but then the area I'm about to move to is Musashi Nitta, so I'll be around this area. It's fairly central. But Musashi, so we have a Gyomu Super, which is, it's got like quite a bit of Western stuff and it's really cheap, but there they have, it's like 30 yen for like a pack of 3 ones without the sauce with the natto. I know this isn't relevant. You probably... What's your story then? Who are you and where are you from? And I'm interested. I love Japanese culture, to be honest. I think my great grandma was Japanese. Oh, okay, that's cool. I have no Japanese connections other than I used to watch anime once upon a time when I was younger. I watched like Pokemon and Death Note, and I was like, yeah, Japan's so cool. And I came here and everyone was just like sleepy on the train. People are very tired on the train in Japan. They're just always asleep. Because people work so much. So much work. I guess it's the same in England as well, but it's so much work. Everyone's doing overtime all day and just like all that. Vegan Uprise. Yo, Vegan Uprise. Welcome back to... We've been rambling about nothing in particular, but some of it's been good. I don't know, do people actually enjoy me doing this? Because I don't necessarily want to do this every day, but I could do it every day because it's really fun. And I like the connection. I think it's also just like a nice opportunity to just ramble. Japan is so clean. So clean, yeah. The toilets are really good. I love, you know, the electric toilet-y bits with the squirty water? My new apartment where I'm about to move doesn't have one of those. So it's just a regular toilet. Maybe once a week. Yeah, once a week's good. I did another one because I was just like excited for life, but it's probably just good on the like the weekendish. Yeah, that's my subject. I actually translated your video in Japanese on my main channel. It has like 1,000 views. Wait, which video? Which video? I want that video. Let me have that. I want it for my own life. This is my sub channel. Hang on. Yeah, once a week's good. I'm going to actually make proper videos soon. I just got to make them, you know. But everyone likes once a week. That's good. Is there a particular day people like weekend slash weekend slash? I love the Japan toilet seats. Yeah, they're amazing. Weekend slash during the week, like in the evenings. It's hard because everyone's from different countries and we're being very. I'm not really in Europe time anymore, so it's kind of hard for that as well for anyone who's in Europe. But I'm getting bullied at the moment, but every day I go to the bully's locker and put a note on her locker saying she's amazing. Wow. Oh, Hassan, go to sleep. Oh, you should. Yeah, good night. Have a good sleep. I'm going to round this up though. I love Japanese culture, to be honest. It's amazing. Japan's clean once a week. This is our channel. I love Japan. I'm going to go to sleep. You're the best. My uncles and aunts all have one, and I'm so jealous. And they have many options for it too. Yeah. Yeah. Those toilets. Assuming you're still talking about the toilets. But, I mean, yeah. Wait, Mark, can you tell me what your... Before I go, I want you to tell me the name of your... Where this main channel is and what you're called and... I mean, if you're still listening, please message me on some platform. Because I'll otherwise forget about this and forget you exist. I'm fairly in the moment right now, so it's hard. But maybe, because if you have Instagram, message me on Instagram, because I sometimes check Instagram. But yeah, I'd like to see that. Which video? Because there's a few videos that are worth it. There was a guy who... Wait! You're Japanese Truther! Ah! Thank you so much. I've been wanting to... I didn't comment on your thing, but Chelsea says, I love you, Michael. I just spammed you with likes on Instagram, but thank you for being incredible. Oh, wow. Thanks, Chelsea. That's, Wait, Vegan Truther. Oh, wait, everyone's being nice. Yeah, I love you too. The channel is called Japanese Truther. So, I watched that video. It's the one that was like the corruption test. I watched that and I was like, whoever that person is, I need to hang out with them and be friends with them because they're really... And I also wanted... I don't have a Twitter or Instagram, it sucks. I'm going to comment on Japanese Truther thing and then let's just go from there. Because I've got that video, I favorited it and I've been sending it to people. And also I've been studying with it a little bit because it's quite nice to have my own video translated. Because it's like my own, the way I think. Corruption test, yeah, I watched it. So wait, are you... Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah, but I'm really grateful you did that because I saw it, I got quite a few views and there were people commenting, I think, maybe. And also the things you've been doing with the other videos, because I like your channel for that reason. I should comment. I was going to comment like something really thoughtful in Japanese, but I couldn't think of anything that thoughtful. Just like, arigatou gozaimasu, but it doesn't really help because everyone says that. I don't have a Twitter. Kokoro kara kansha shiteimasu. I'm very grateful. I love you, Michael. Yeah. But yeah, it's appreciated, and you're basically like a million steps ahead of where I am, and feel free to comment. Yeah. I mean, I get that you... So I knew that you must be someone who can speak English because of translating from English to that, but obviously. Yeah, I mean, sorry, this has just turned into, like, I subscribed. I hope it was the right channel. Oh, to the Vegan Truther one, yeah. Hang on, let me... Creating the World, the audiobook. Oh, yeah, this was going to be about how I finish an audiobook, but that's not really that relevant to anything, but... there's an audiobook which is fun, it's on the website, and I'm going to round this up, so thanks everyone. I'm probably going to upload this because it's fun. Everyone have a beautiful rest of the day, or good sleep, or good morning, good day, or whatever you're doing. Thanks for stopping in if you did for a little bit, and if you're watching this after the stream, feel free to just enjoy everything. If it wasn't, I guess you made another person's day. Yeah. That's a really great way of seeing it, Summer. But yeah, so thanks for watching this. If you're watching this post, I'm gonna do actual videos sometime soon. But if you're just listening to this while you're cooking or something, that's nice. Hope you have an amazing day or night. You're an amazing person. Oh, I don't want to say goodbye to everyone. Everyone's being too lovely. Summer, you're good. But oh, super. Yeah. Idle chat. What does that do? Oh wow, my phone's about to die. I'm doing this on my phone with a little mic, which is good. Hopefully it's good. US here. Hope you had an amazing day. US here. Yeah, good night everyone. I'm gonna go. You make great videos, man. Yeah, I do my best.